QTP was formed in 1981, so that gives us 40 plus years of experience. My father started the business from his back shed, going around selling parts individually in a van all around Ireland for an entire week, and then came back and he used to pay back the bank manager, pay his suppliers, pay the mother to look after us, and he used to go again on a Monday morning. And now we're in 82 countries globally distributing tractor parts. I give two pieces of conflicting advice. One is you can lose yourself in trying to get every little detail and the way you want it done. You can lose yourself, I suppose, in over-speccing, all right, and leave things really complicated. And I think we made that mistake, first of all. I think if you work with an expert like Experlogix and you look at the platform they have and say, right, if this is the platform that's working for another part supplier, and it's successful, why are we going in to tinker then to pull apart 50% of it and rewrite 50% of it? And sometimes you're better off not shoehorn, but run with a package that's available first and customize it a lot of time later. If you spend a lot of time customizing in the beginning, yes, the developers will love it and everyone will love it for sign off, but it could really complicate the process. I think one of the things we definitely weren't expecting was the two things, I suppose. One was the workload afterwards. Yes, putting the workload in to get the website up and going is fine. But from a parts point of view is maintaining and uploading your data, which again is not just one part, one number. The numbers are constantly changing. The models are constantly being updated. Parts that were made 40 years ago are still being fitted to tractors today. It requires an upkeep of data. And if you do not upkeep your data, your own data and your own database, you can throw your hat at it because you'd be out of date. In our industry, you'd be out of date in a couple of years. And I suppose the second thing we weren't expecting when we were zero digital online presence, zero ordering online beforehand, we were fax machines, order books, catalogues. We did not expect the uptake to be so quick. Like I remember at one stage we had 16 ISDN lines for the older group among us coming in here, and there was also a wait function on our line and hunting on our telephone lines and people answering phones 24/7. The uptake on it was so fast, and I would say in the space of 6 to 7 months, our sales office was like a ghost town. The only person that has to be happy with the website, funny enough, is not the company that my company that designs it. It has to be the customer. What does the customer want? And at the end of the day, if you think you want it to work this way and the customer, all your customers say, no, we want to work that way, you better do it the way the customer wants it. If it's complicated for the customer and it's not what they want, they're really the ultimate decider on how a website should work. Yeah, the hurdle was all internal. And if I go back and speak to Alan at the time that we implemented that, I would have said, Alan, do it 10 years beforehand. And I should have done it, right, maybe not 10 years, but definitely 5-6 years before that. I should have just bit the cherry and gone straight in at it. Fear of not having it, fear of the project and that things were going to change was probably one of the reasons that held us back for so long. And if I could have started 10 years beforehand with Aphix, Experlogix, I would have. We allow customers through Aphix or Experlogix developed API. We allow our complete catalog products, all our intellectual database, to be completely shared on their website. So if they were to put all our 22,000 parts online, first of all, I couldn't get the information out to them in Excel because it's too big, and they wouldn't be able to organize it even if they got it in some kind of Excel sheet. So we had developed this API whereby then a customer can have an entire section of their website entirely populated with our data, but make it look the way they want it to via API. All right, that updates every night. If I add in 200 products this month, that 200 products shows up on their website. And that's an integration we do with trusted distributors, and it works very well. So instead of me setting up a business down in New Zealand, I have a distributor down there, and he has all the information and data I have with all the localized New Zealand bells and whistles. And we have a guy in Canada, we have a guy in the US, and they are also using the Experlogix platform. We had maybe 8 people working on our catalogues, designing photos, putting in text, organizing, collating. We need experts in Adobe Creative Suite, in Adobe InDesign, Photoshop, Illustrator, all this type of thing. You cut all that work out of it. Then you can assign that aspect of your business to marketing. It's all online now. Let's market it online, where people are spending, I think I read some statistic that it's 3.5 hours on their phone a day now. Let's focus on selling it to those people. They're on the phone, they're on the internet already. All right. So I think you can redeploy your resources into something that will generate more money and spend less time, I suppose, in the older way of doing things of catalog. I'm ordering stuff at the dinner table at night now. I'm ordering stuff when I'm out for the missus on a Saturday night for stuff that I know I want for Monday morning, right? And some of the customers say, I need to take an app break from the QTP website now, right? Because when I'm on the toilet, I'm using the website to either look up parts, thinking about parts, what I need for next week, or stuff I'm out of stock on. We have 5 days in the week, obviously, and we break up our sales by those days in the week. After we went online and the thing got up and going, we actually had an extra sales day. We're selling 6 days out of 5 now, because all the orders come in from Friday at 6 o'clock to Monday at 7 a.m. when we start. We now actually, when we're calculating our sales targets, we had to readjust. Instead of breaking those days down into 5, and let's say reps were hitting target very easily, we actually had to break them down into 6, because we count the weekends an extra day.